Welcome to Wine with Wynter, where we serve inspiration over wine. Today's guest is the lovely Miss Adriana from Ready to Love Season 3. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hey, y'all.
I'm so excited for you to come because I feel like we have so many things to talk about, and I know you personally, so I wanted to give you a platform to really kind of clear up some stuff and, you know, just kind of share your heart with the audience.
Right. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's just jump right in.
Okay, let's go.
Tell me about your experience on Ready to Love.
Like, I feel like it was definitely a blessing and everything, like, happened for a reason. Through the process, did I know everything that I fully signed up for? I don't think so. You know, I'm just thinking, oh, it's quarantine. I'm not doing nothing. I'm single. Let's just go. You know, let's try something new. And so that was what it was. But then going through everything and seeing even just the process of watching us on TV later on and it bringing up different emotions that we've already healed and worked on, you know what I'm saying? It definitely, I didn't think about that or even realize that that was also something else that I was signing up for too.
Right. Yeah, it's like secondary trauma.
Right.
So it was already hard enough going through it, then watching
bring it up again, then again.
Were you heartbroken after the show?
Not necessarily heartbroken, more so just let down, disappointed.
Okay.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, the time we had on the resort was a short time. So I wouldn't say, you know, I was in love, you know, and, you know, so my heart, you know, I cried and ate popcorn or whatever you eat. But it was a thing of just disappointment because, you know, anyone, whenever you think you meet someone that you like vibe with and you're really feeling, to kind of have that taken away, it's still like a shock, a hurt. It's different emotions, like, you know, you questioning yourself, like, was there something I could have did different?
Okay, now you said that you don't regret your decision to choose Khalfani.
Okay.
But in interviews, it seems like, and I could be wrong, it seems like you have more anger towards Rashid than Khalfani, who actually, you know, kind of hurt you, you know, in the end.
Right. I think my issue when it comes to that, when we were on the resort, it was for a short amount of time. So the amount of hurt that I felt after the show, it wasn't necessarily hurt. Like I said, it was more so disappointment. So when it comes to Rashid, we knew each other before the show, you know, went through everything on the show. And then even after it, once we got back home, we talked, hung out, like, you know, I surprised him with a cake on his birthday, you know, talked to him because his mom had some health issues, talked to him through that. So it was a lot of things I felt like we bonded on. And so afterward, once everyone's seeing the show, you know, like we say, you got to relive it again, and everyone's seeing it. And he knew that there was a false narrative being portrayed to the public. But when it comes to like my character or me as a person, don't allow people to down me or say things, especially when you know that they're not true. Instead, I felt like when the roles were reversed, he wasn't really there for me.
So you feel like he didn't have your back like he could have?
Right.
I got it. So overall, this whole process, there were good, there were bad, there were some hurts. What do you think hurt you the most? I
think it was the narratives that was portrayed for me on the show, you know?
Girl, wait, stop. We can go ahead and toast to that one, because listen,
because I feel like all of us, like, we knew we signed up for the show, of course, you know, but I thought, like, I came home confident and knowing, you know, the way that things would be done. Like, if they show it, it's going to be a great story, you know, everyone will understand and see. But instead, there were times where people asked me questions and they edited it to be me laughing instead of answering a question. So that way it plays on the, you know, dingy cheerleader. I wish they would have just let the truth fly. And I feel like with that, people still would have been able to relate and see our stories and understand possibly even more than they do now.
I didn't see you as the dingy cheerleader. Like, now, I mean, I might be biased, but looking at your narrative from my standpoint, you are a woman who had to choose between two guys. And that's never easy. I mean,
yeah, it's not. And I feel like we've all been in that situation. But also, like I said, they didn't show the full, like, you don't really get to see scenes of me and Khalfani. And when you do, some magical person throws in lust or physical or something somewhere. And so instantly for the viewer watching it, in their mind, yeah, it is lust. No, that's not what it was, you know?
Yeah,
but
I got you. Yeah, well, let's switch gears and let's talk about who you are outside of the show.
Yes.
We know you from Beaumont, Texas.
Hey. We know. I think everyone knows now.
Right. What was it like growing up in Beaumont?
Beaumont, it's like a small city. I love it so much. With it being small, a lot of people know each other. What people don't know is I really grew up with my mom more so as a single parent. I didn't meet my dad until I was around 12 or so.
Okay.
And then now once we did, we instantly connected.
Yeah, because you can't tell based on y'all's bond.
Yes, and we act so much alike. We're like, that's my guy. That's my best friend too. And so it was great. But even still, he had a wife. By the time we found out that he was my father, he has a wife, and kids with her, and her family was in Tennessee. So then they ended up having to move to Tennessee. So I had him for like about 2 or 3 years. He moved to Beaumont once we found out, but then he had to go back to Tennessee because of his wife. So for the most part, I grew up with just my mom. So it was really just me and her, a really independent woman, trying to figure it out and make things happen and make things work and trying to raise me the best she could.
Yeah. And it's almost like when you grow up in a house with a single mother, you kind of develop like a partnership. Like, okay, you do your part, I'm going to do my part.
We got this.
So how did you, I know that you do real estate and you also have done bartending. Yeah. You also have done cheerleading.
Modeling. Where the money resides.
So no, tell me, how did you get into real estate?
With all of the jobs that I've had, I've been around multiple people and been able to network and meet different types of people. So I found myself at a space where I was like, okay, well, how can I turn this into money? And at the same time, helping people. Everybody has to find a place to stay. And so I just wanted to find, like I said, a way to use my network and help them and make money all at the same time.
That's good. Yeah. And you're doing well.
Yes, doing good. God bless. Yes. But it still keeps me, me, I'm always working, always trying to think of new ways and new things. I'm starting a water company, so I have that going too. So just different things, always trying to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah. That's that Virgo energy.
Always working. That's what we do.
So, that brings us to our self-love question of the day. Okay. Self-love is very much tied to self-reflection and, really taking a hard look at yourself and things that you need to change, improve, or continue doing. What are some things that you are reflecting on now and working on with yourself?
Well, one of the things that I know we've talked about on like our live before, I realized sometimes I don't know how to properly communicate my emotions. Sometimes it's just like, I'm just straight faced, like, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay. And then something random will happen to where I break down and it's like, oh, because all this built up.
Because you stuffed everything.
So until it can't anymore. And then I run out of gas and I just cry. It's the smallest thing will just trigger everything else. And so that's something that I'm working on, just really being able to express myself in the proper way. And then also for me, I feel like just not caring what people think. Like I'm definitely a people pleaser all day.
Yeah, and people always say, well, I don't care what anyone says, but no one is totally immune to that.
Realizing, hey, you can't make everyone happy.
You cannot.
You can do, at the end of the day, just be true to you, and that way you can stand in that, and then whatever happens from there is what happens.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Because we know like you have a bright future with real estate. Now you're on TV. I mean, what are we doing?
Honestly, I don't know. I've gotten a lot of calls about a lot of different things. But right now, like I said, I'm just focusing on the business side of it.
Okay.
Focusing on the real estate, focusing on the water, different things like that. Now, like I said, there are some other phone calls, but we'll see. Whenever it happens, y'all just tune in then.
Right. Is it another reality show?
I don't know. It's something in my drink.
All right. Listen, just know.
But not love. It will. If y'all see me on anything, it will not be another dating show. That is not.
Yeah. Well, we are going to do my favorite segment of the show.
Okay.
We're going to do 5 questions uncorked.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a question. Give me the first thing that comes off your head. Don't second guess yourself. You ready?
Here we go.
All right. All right. You ready?
I think so.
All right. Favorite movie?
Ooh, loving basketball.
Favorite ice cream?
Ooh, pecan praline.
Most attractive feature on a man?
His personality.
Okay. Drink of choice?
Red wine or tequila.
Tequila straight?
Tequila straight.
That's what I'm talking about. Ideal vacation spot?
Somewhere on the water, any beach. Just if I could be secluded, I would love it. Just me and whoever I'm with, just so we could vibe, have some music, have a good time.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like Maldives.
Yes. I would love Maldives. Yeah. Saint Tropez, I heard heard that in a song. I don't know, never been.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Well, I've enjoyed having you. Can you tell the audience where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Adrian Lane, or you can also go to my website, officiallyadriana.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Cheers to all of your endeavors, the business that you're growing, and whatever TV show we're about to see you on.
Cheers.